Hi everybody, welcome. And on the 3rd, 4th December, we've got a solar eclipse at 12 degrees of Sagittarius. This is going to be the last eclipse in Sag for about 9 years. So we're coming right to the end of a cycle. And yet this is a new moon energy. So there is the potential for the beginning of a new cycle. And it's almost as if at the time of this eclipse, the old and the new are merging. Parts of the old are going, parts of the new are coming in. We're not quite yet in the new world. We're still dealing with aspects of the old world, the old ways, the old structures. And at the same time, Sagittarius, one of the words you would use for Sagittarius would be optimism, hope, faith in a better future. This is conjunct to the south node. Now the nodes of the moon are connected with our collective destiny, what we're doing together on this planet. And collectively, with the south node being activated at this time and Sagittarius ruling truth, this may well be a time when a lot of truth gets spilled out. Things that have been kept in, held down, suppressed, come out for public knowledge. Now, this has two sides, always two sides. The North Node is in Gemini. So this is pulling us to be able to accept two sides of a situation and not necessarily have to side with either one. So the two sides are, one is that we're going through tremendous, if you like, death and birth pains, a lot of suffering on the planet. But the potentials here with the Sag energy for miracles. And there are many miracles happening, especially in the field of health and well-being. Many people like Lynn McTaggart with her intention experiments, Dr. Joe Dispenza with his amazing work. And there are many thousands, if not millions of people around the world who are beginning to witness what we call miracles. Spontaneous remissions, people suddenly being healed in relationships, in things that have beleaguered them for years and years and maybe centuries. We're breaking that wheel of karma. And this is a new opportunity where new truths are going to be formed. We're going to hopefully come at the world with greater wisdom. Sag sees the bigger picture, the galactic picture. That's why I'm wearing all the stars today. It's about seeing that we are bigger than we think we are. Not going into the smallness, the teeny weeniness. It's big. So how big can you dream? How big can your beliefs become? It's a known experiment about an elephant, this huge beast, and it's tied by a chain for many years of its life. And then the chain is removed, and that elephant does not go beyond as far as that chain used to go, even though there's no chain there anymore. So we are free of our chains, but maybe living within the programming that you were conditioned with. So this is a wake-up call, as always, solar, fire energy, wake up. That was me. I had to get up off my ass and let's do something visual. Let me do something. Let me create something. It's a very creative energy. Be creative. Be the expansive being that you are. We are going to hear more about miracles. So Sun and Moon together and Mercury all in Sag. which is this quest for truth, honesty, wisdom, a higher vision, connecting with the galactic family and families in the cosmos. It goes beyond, it's sort of mind-blowing. And we've got this quincunx with Uranus in Taurus. This is sort of bringing us back down to earth and saying, well, we've got some things we need to take care of here. We've got issues around food, around shelter, around housing, around the physicalities of living, energy, our earth. And this is an aspect, a quincunx, it's a 150-degree aspect. There has to be some compromise. There has to be some give and take. There has to be some creative solutions around age-old programs and situations. So also it is trying to Chiron in Aries. Chiron, the wounded healer in Aries, the fear of being brave, of standing out, of being seen, and it's trying, there's a wonderful opportunity for you to heal the fear that you may have had, the fear that you might be killed or injured or ostracized. If you have the courage to speak up for what's important to you. This is one of the challenges here, but it's also very favorably aspected if you're ready to do it. Now, Jupiter is ruler of Sagittarius. So Jupiter is in Aquarius and it's square to Mars. Sorry, not in Aquarius. I've got Aquarian mad here. Mars in Scorpio. Correct. So this is a tense aspect. So don't be surprised if there's more demonstrations. Don't be surprised if there's more outbursts, outbreaks. We've seen many demonstrations all over Europe. And I'm anticipating that because the energy of an eclipse lasts for up to 6 months, we may well see these energies of fighting for the people. Aquarius is our freedoms. Jupiter, our freedoms. And the square to Mars in Scorpio, the controls over those freedoms. So how are we going to deal with that? And do we have to do the age-old war situation? Or can we, in Aquarian manner, come up with some new solutions and sidestep the old ways, the old karmic ways of endless suffering? So this is an opportunity like for a very big upgrade at this time. Many people are receiving upgrades, many, many, many. Yeah, it's happening. It's in the air. We're also dealing with Mercury in Sag, which shouts out the truth from the rooftops, and it's square to Neptune in Pisces. So this is confusion. This is what's being said. Does it match? Is what we are being told coherent? Does it make sense? The messages that we're getting. I have to say, considering that there were so many protests and demonstrations in these last days, I'm astonished at how little coverage there has been in our mainstream media. So confusion, disillusion. Don't get caught up in negativity. Don't allow yourself to be caught up in it. Get caught up in finding out what's the truth here, what's really going on. And this is like a smoke screen, yeah? Get yourself through the smoke, through the gas, through the poisons, through the toxins. Go beyond it. We're in the very last degrees of Pluto in Capricorn. As I've mentioned in my Pluto Return United States video, 2022 is a very significant year, and we could well see governments collapsing. That would not surprise me, shutting down altogether. for periods of time. It's quite possible. But out of these, shall we say, shocking events, because Uranus brings shocking Earth events, some wonderful opportunities can come for new things to happen. Out of crisis comes opportunity. My parents used to say to me many times, the war years were their best years of their lives, where they had to do things with other people creatively. So this can be an amazing year ahead. It really can. If we can approach it with enthusiasm, coming from the Greek enthusiasmos, infused with the energy of Ortheos, of God. So with enthusiasm, with generosity, with not closing inwards, but opening outwards, and with looking at your beliefs and your programming, and looking at what is it that you're doing in a very small way that you now need to extend outwards. It was a very big thing for me to share the channeling with you. I'm now, shall we say, braving up a little more courage, because I will begin to share some more things that have been happening since the opening of the channeling. Some of these are quite personal experiences, but I will be sharing those in future videos, so watch this spot. So just know that the big system is dying, and it needs to die. We're going through a paradigm shift here of a system that has been about competition and fighting one another. Instead of systems now in the Aquarian way, I've put Mars in Aquarius as well, in the Aquarian way, which are all about cooperation, synergy, working together. So instead of having just one or two or three masters in the world, Babaji, Jesus Christ, Bhagavan, Krishna, you know, there are many, there were many, but they were far and few between, really. But we're in a process now, and with the activation of this Sagittarian energy, where collectively we can begin to create that kind of mastery. And just imagine the mastery of some amazing being like Jesus Christ being expressed by the many on our earth. I mean, it's unstoppable. There's much more to share, but I'm just going to close with this quote by George Orwell, because I think it's pertinent. If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they don't want to hear. So I leave you with that, and I wish you a very wonderful solar eclipse energy. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subbing. Bye for now.